welcome back. You can see how my mood has lifted. Why? Because I'm thinking about my beautiful pups right now. We brush them, we cuddle them. Let's be honest, we obsess over their adorable faces, and that's perfectly okay. But when it comes to our pets' health, it's what we can't see that might be the real problem. And joining us today is veterinarian Dr. Luca Mendez to dig beneath the surface and talk about worms and why keeping our pets worm-free is more important than we think. Doc, thank you so much for being here. An early start for you, but I know you're up and at 'em because you have a deep personal connection to the animals that you care for, clearly. But I think we often miss the underlying dangers because we are kind of obsessed with the cuteness, the positive side of. But when it comes to worms, parasite protection is so important. Why is this a focal point? Why should we use this as our jumping off point?
That's a great question. And the truth is that internal parasites, external parasites, form the basis of a lot of the health issues that we see in dogs and cats. So roundworms, hookworms, tapeworms, ticks, fleas, these all are like problematic and form part of primary animal health care.
Yeah. And they're everywhere.
They're everywhere. And dogs like to get their noses everywhere.
They should, because they're dogs, yeah.
Yeah, and they like to spread it to each other. It's just like a big festive party. So
with a petri dish.
Nice petri dish.
And of course, I've got young kids and I've got miniature Dachshunds where the line is blurred. Are they dogs? Are they children? No one really knows. But I think often you know your pet better than anyone else. And it's those subtle signs that if you listen to your gut, maybe you are onto something. So what are the signs that parasites might be kind of tipping the scales within our furry little ones?
Yeah, so if we're looking at internal parasites, we often think about things like diarrhea, vomiting, or just like a poor appetite. Sometimes a bit of weight loss or a bit of a pot belly appearance can be a sign of worms.
A bit of bloating, okay.
Yeah, but if we're looking external parasites, the dead giveaway is usually itching, scratching at that lower back, scratching at the ears, and sometimes you might see a bit of redness in the skin. And those are big telltales, yeah.
And you will notice a shift in their behavior. And often with dogs, I find in particular, once they get kind of a nervous tick or something like that, they lean into it. So if you look for the signs, you'll see it there. Let's talk about protection. NEXGARD and NEXGARD combo is something that I've lent into because they are just so easy. And you know you're covering a broad spectrum. But break down how they work and how they should be administered.
Yeah, so NEXGARD is targeting your external parasites like fleas and ticks, and fleas being really important to treat because they transmit tapeworm.
Oh, wow.
Whereas NEXGARD Spectra is a combination product that targets ticks, fleas, and roundworms and hookworms. So taking it once a month is going to eliminate
the cover.
Risks.
I was going to ask, what are the life cycles, if you will, of kind of protection when it comes to parasites? And I would assume some are worse for some parasites or not. Do we need to be more focused seasonally? How should we be administering?
Yeah, it's also a great question. And that seasonality in a tick or in any other parasite's lifestyle is really relevant. And we find that actually in winter, in like warm households, people tend to neglect the tick and flea treatments,
kind of
and we actually see a bit of a spike in the flea problems. So really it's about the environment we create at home as opposed to the seasonality outside the house sometimes.
Always be on. Just know your pets. And if you've got a good relationship with your vet, all of that will be tracked. You've got a diary there. It's great. Is there something in terms of preventative? How can we best protect our pets moving forward? Should we be worried about them going out and digging and exploring? Because, I mean, pups need to do what pups do, but we want to obviously mitigate the fallout. So what would your proactive tips be for keeping our pets safe?
Proactive tips, when we're looking at puppies and young dogs, be really on top of the deworming, like follow your veterinarian's advice on the frequency of doing it because they are very prone to getting the parasites. So doing your monthly or your long-acting products routinely is essential.
Absolutely vital. Okay.
And then as dogs get a bit older, they become a bit more resilient to these parasites. So you can just follow it like a more open structure, I guess.
And
Just
by
based
then you
on-
kind of know the pressure points, you know what your area's like, and you can also use that to, I suppose, recalibrate your living space and how best to protect the family and the animals. If we don't, and I don't want to go to these dark places, but I think, I mean, we've been talking about just the lifespan of our pets and feeling all emotional this morning, but it really does matter to us. So if we don't treat parasites properly and protect our pets, what are some of the complications that can arise?
It's definitely multifactorial. So in one part, some of these parasites can be transmitted to us, in which case if you have children or adults that are immunocompromised, they are at a risk. So they also have to be dewormed. From the pet side, if they are getting these parasites and they get the little protozoas or the bacterias or the parasites that they have, then they are at risk of getting tick bite fever, heartworm, tapeworm again from the fleas. So there's a lot of like knock-on effects by not
doing it, which is crazy to me, because one simple gateway, just create that backstop and you are sorted. Oh, thank you so much for doing what you do. I think you are in a space where we absolutely love our animals, and I think often we take for granted that the amount of love they give us. So put the effort in, look after your little ones. Doc, thank you so much on behalf of all the animals you're going to save today. We absolutely love and appreciate you, and hopefully this has opened your eyes just a little bit. I think, yes, we want to enjoy all the good stuff, the positive, the cuddles, especially in winter. But we've got to play our part as responsible pet parents. Even in winter, hidden dangers like ticks and fleas don't disappear. In fact, they might even spike. So keep your pet protected with NEXGARD. This easy, chewable, preventative treatment that's being proactive offers 1 month or 3-month pack protection, helping you enjoy those chilly walks, snuggly hikes, and of course, cozy adventures without worry. So the next time your fur baby gives you that cute, unbelievably human-like look, remember, love means looking out for what's inside as well too. A NEXGARD combo makes protecting your pets simpler and more effective than ever before. So stay one step ahead of the wriggles and keep those tails wagging with confidence.